Hey everybody, this is Brenton from Metaphysical Love Conscience. This is my first video. Um, my expertise, well, what I think my expertise is and what got me into the metaphysical world is astrology. Um, I'm going to start with the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, and work backwards because I think the coolest signs are at the end of the zodiac. Although some people say, like there's no sign that's cooler than another. There are signs that I like better than others. So Pisces is one of my favorites. I know a lot of Pisces, being in recovery, as Pisces tend to struggle with alcoholism and drug addiction, even shit like gambling, sex addiction, whatever. Um, I'm at my parents' house right now. I would have totally put like a little, Pisces themed outfit together, but I found a fish shirt. So close enough, right? Pisces are fish. Um, Anyways, Pisces is a mutable feminine water sign. They're symbolized by the fish. And you'd think I wouldn't like Pisces because I'm allergic to fish in real life, but I actually love Pisces. They're sensitive, beautiful, caring people. They are, unfortunately, the most prone to drug addiction and suicide. So they get a bit of a bad reputation sometimes for emotional instability. However, I truly believe that perceived, well, it is there. They do struggle with emotional issues very frequently. Um, I love them because they are emotion embodied. Like they, especially for somebody like me, with my sun in Aquarius and moon in Gemini, who struggles with emotion. Being around a Pisces allows me to feel more in touch with my emotional self. Um, However, they can be, they're very prone to the extremes of emotion at the same time. Like many Pisces, including good friends of mine, they can be 1 minute the happy, joyous, caring Pisces that we've all met, that will feel love and almost euphoric for no reason. Like just they're in a great mood. And then something little happens, somebody looks at them the wrong way, somebody makes a comment, and they whoosh, spiral. When they get depressed, they tend to isolate, and they tend to be escapists. This is where the issue of drugs and alcohol and other addictive behaviors come in. Uh, they have trouble dealing with the world. Especially because many of them are star children, meaning that their souls are not from Earth. They have like alien souls or whatever. Oh, and by the way, I thought these might be appropriate for undersea. Not looking good up close. Don't judge me, please. These are my coral gauges, so, fishies like coral. Um, Anyways, Pisces is ruled by Neptune, the planet of illusions and dreams. It's related to creativity and art. Although creativity can be maybe more attributed to certain signs than others, but I've found that mostly each sign has just a different kind of creativity. Every single one can be creative. That's more of like a personal thing. Um, However, there are a lot of famous Pisces artists. Um, Unfortunately, many of them are the, you know, archetypal doomed artists. Kurt Cobain being the best example, Johnny Cash. One of my personal favorites is Nina Simone. You have Michelangelo. Um, I guess we could get into the pop music Pisces a little bit. You got Justin Bieber, he's off doing his own little Pisces downward spiral, which is unfortunate, but I kind of think he's a little twat, so I don't really give a shit. Um, yeah, Rihanna, um, and there's a lot of others, and the ascendant sign tends to be more linked to the physical appearance than the sun sign. However, the sun sign is involved. I personally think that Most of the physical body comes from the ascendant as far as features go, obviously, and genetics. But the eyes, I think, are associated with the sun sign, and maybe even a little bit of the moon comes through the eyes. Um, Pisces have gorgeous eyes. They're dreamy. They're full of wonder, and they like, because they say the eyes are the window to the soul. Pisces have so much soul. They have so many feelings, and they care so deeply, and you can see that love and caring in their eyes. And I absolutely love Pisces. They're very inspirational for me. However, there are Pisces out there. Like, okay, no sign is better or worse than another sign. They just have different qualities and different struggles, different gifts. Although, of course, you have to look at the whole natal chart, and this is something that I do when I do readings. I will not tell somebody about their sun sign alone. On a personal level, I will at least do a sun-moon combination interpretation, because it's not just about your sun sign. Anyways, I have known a lot of Pisces suns personally. So these people, especially being in the recovery community, being a recovering drug addict myself, I know a lot. There's probably more Pisces in the rooms of AA and NA, I guess. I don't really go to NA, than any other sign. Scorpio being a close second. And I'm super excited to do my video about Scorpios too, because I fucking love Scorpios. But anyways, yeah, so I'm going to give you a couple examples of Pisces that I've known personally. I dated a Pisces about a year ago. He was my first, I used to date girls. I had a lot of girlfriends. He was my first actual boyfriend. I'd obviously had little, brief sexual relationships with men, but this was the first time I was really comfortable enough to actually date a man. And he was very sensitive. He wasn't really as artistic as a lot of Pisces are, but he had the psychic connection. He felt things from crystals, and he had a lot of like ghost stories, paranormal experiences that he shared with me. And you get that a lot from Pisces. They are the sign that is most connected to the spirit world. So they have a perception that not everybody else can perceive. Sixth sense, I guess you want to call it. Many Pisces see auras. Many have precognitive dreams. Many have other psychic gifts, which of course come at a price. Anyways, this individual was very typical, like many Pisces. He was very emotional. He would struggle with extremes. He was self-conscious. But he was also, I was not, I was kind of a shithead when I was dating him. He was successful, and because of how much he cared for me, he spent a lot of money on me, and I liked that, because I like to think I'm a better person than that now, but at the time, that was really what sealed the deal for me. And his Pisces trait of being super caring for people they love, led to him spending a lot of money on me. However, I was not in love with him. He was in love with me, and I was interested in an open relationship. I said there was other people I was sexually attracted to, so I called him and I said, listen, like, I want us to be together, but I want to be able to have sex with other people, which was a lot of people I talked to about this afterwards said that was really not cool of me, and it's true. That's something that if you ever want, you need to discuss when you get into a relationship, or if things stop working. I was being selfish. Anyways, he says on the phone, okay, I understand, we can talk about that. Call me tomorrow. I try to call him the next day, and he's not responding. I eventually learned from a third party that he has spiraled and was shooting heroin. Um, and he, when I finally got in touch with him, he said it was my fault that he was shooting heroin, which is not true, ever. If you know people like that who struggle with suicide or addiction and they try to blame anybody but themselves, or if they try to blame you, it can't be your fault if somebody does something like that, unless you physically, unless I physically pinned him down and put the needle in his arm. It wasn't my fault, but unfortunately, Pisces do have a tendency to try to put blame on others. Or maybe even like the world or trauma. They often feel ashamed of their extreme emotions, and as a coping mechanism for that, try to blame their emotions on external things. And really, it's okay to be emotional. It's even okay to relapse. It happens. Like I've relapsed myself in recovery, but I had to take personal responsibility for that. It's never anybody else's fault. So, anyways, another Pisces I've known. Hold